Hello and welcome back to Ayaron's world. So, I found myself with a bit of energy today, so I decided to record an episode. Then, of course, I realised that Minecraft had updated, but Misa's realistic pack had not. So, if you see something a little strange going on with the textures in this episode, let me just show you what I did. The thing with resource packs is you can now have multiple resource packs, and the one at the top will take precedent. So I've got Misa's, which was still at Minecraft 1.62, and beneath it I've put Sfax Pure BD Craft, which has a similar feel to Misa's, but is a little more cartoony. Misa has a little bit of cartoony in it, but is also sort of going for a blend of realistic and cartoony. Sfax is more cartoony. But we're going to get Misa's textures everywhere except where there's a gap in how Misa's textures work, and in that case we'll get Sfax. So if you see something a little bit weird going on. I also experimented with this sound pack, but it seemed to lag the game a bit. So, yeah. If anyone has any suggestions for a sound pack or something, then, you know, I'm willing to give them a go. So, let's get back. Oh dear, I thought they'd fix this. This pause when you click on done from this resource pack folder. If you've not made any changes, we shouldn't have to wait. But here we are waiting and twiddling our thumbs. Anyway, what are we going to do today? I've been doing some work on the Enderman spawner. So we're going to be doing a little bit of work around there, and hopefully get it to the point where it can actually start working. There we go, back in. I think also, if the sound balance seems out, tell me. I've got everything except for the weather at 100%, but then the master volume down to 20, which is what I used to have it at. Hopefully that will be about right. So, back to the game. What have I done here? Well, the first thing I've done is I've been setting up railway links. So you can see there, I've got a nice little railway bridge. I might get rid of that pillar of cobblestone I put in, or I might leave it there because it sort of looks like it's part of the foundation thing. Obviously, a lot more work there than was necessary, but I wanted it to look nice. So we've got like this sort of grid, and then if you can see down there, the actual, just very faintly. Hang on, let me take this off a moment. You see that I actually sort of made it like a double layer on the railway bridge. So again, it makes it look like it's got a little bit of structure. Let me just put that pumpkin back on my head. For those that don't know, if you're wearing a pumpkin, you can safely look at the Enderman, because they assume that if they can't see you, you can't see them. Sort of the reverse of the bug bladder beast of Thrall. Right, so as I said, railway links. This here takes me back to the exit portal. And this one here, of course, takes me there. So let us ride over and see what work has been done. This is still a bit loud. So you can see there, I've already done quite a few layers. Now, I could go a lot more, but I sort of run out of material. So I've decided to cap it off where I've got. And that way I can start getting stuff. And I can always make it go higher if it turns out it's necessary. So, I've been using this place here as a bit of a tree farm. Right, I should be safe to take this off my head now. Which is good, because everything will look a little better. You can see the grass. This is not Misa's grass texture. For some reason we've got Misa's texture for things like wood and leaves and this stuff. But grass, and I noticed cobble, that's the Sfax texture. So it's a bit of a strange mixture right now. So, what have I been doing? This here is obviously a walkway. I've covered it in water. Endermen can teleport up to 32 blocks. So the idea is that when they land down here, and this is where they land, splat, they won't have anywhere to teleport to. In here it's too short. You know, because they're 3 tall and this is only 2.5 tall. And they can't teleport to the top because of the water. I've started putting water around the edge here of this little platform. but I've not finished it yet. Obviously, I need to remember to do that before I activate this thing. So let us climb up. I'm not going to go into a full tutorial, but for those of you who don't know, what you want to do is you want them to drop 43 blocks, or 42. 43 is more precise. That way the Enderman will be left with half a hit, half a heart, and a single punch will kill them. So from this point here, I counted 43 up. Each of these, again, is only 2.5 tall, so Endermen cannot stand on those things. It also means that when they're falling, they'll stay within this area. I decided to make it out of the dark wood because I can have lots of it. And then so this is the 42nd level above there. I've put a row of buttons all the way around. And then if you can, well, I want to go down a bit. Then if you can see inside, there are 2 rows of vines. A single row of vine doesn't always work. So 2 rows of vines, and that's at the 43rd level. So the Enderman will fall from higher up, hit the vines, slow down, and then they'll drop the rest of the way. And that way they will all get the damage. And then here we can see layer after layer of the spawning spaces. Each layer, I think, is 5 tall in total before you get to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, and then there's a gap of 1, 2 before you get to the next layer. You need to do that, otherwise the redstone mixes up. Now, I don't think Endermen will spawn here, because their head will be in that torch. But I'm not sure about that, because they can spawn where the pressure plates are, but I don't know whether or not they will spawn here. They obviously can't spawn here because it's only too tall. So I'm going to have to experiment, and if they do spawn here, then I'm going to have to put a half slab down on top of those pistons. Let's go the rest of the way up. I left the... Oh, that shouldn't be there. There we go. These are the default sounds. If they change the default sounds... I'm sure I'm on default sounds. Anyway, so let's go all the way up. I left the last layer to build, so you can actually see me build at least one of the layers. It's very similar to what I had before, but obviously some of my viewers may be new, and they may not have seen it. So, because I decided to make this 3x3, on the basis that it means they'll collect into a nice small area, which will help because I want to be able to throw potions at them. There's a pillar of wood in the middle there. At first I didn't have that, but in my small-scale experiments I discovered the Endermen were falling, drifting into the centre, and then they weren't hitting the vines when they got lower down. This wood means that they stick to the outer edges, which means they do hit the vines. So this is ready for another layer. As you can see, you get to the top of that layer and then you add 2 more, and that prevents the redstone from getting cross-connected. So let me just get rid of these torches, which are temporarily here. I've got this deactivated at the moment by I've got torches placed on all the levels. So, I've forgotten how to build this. No, I haven't. Maybe I have. Okay, so first you put redstone torches here. I'm not doing them at the corners because there's no point. I mean, I get like maybe a little extra spawning space, but then I'd have to push them that way and then that way, and it just made it a bit more complex. And because we're actually out in the void now, I think this thing's going to be way efficient anyway. So, there's going to be pressure plates here, here, and here. I don't normally put these down straight away. I usually put the pressure plates down last. But I just wanted to demonstrate that when an Enderman spawns on this pressure plate, it's going to turn that torch off. The rest of the time they're going to be on. So you put blocks on top. And that clicking is the reason I don't normally do that. And then you put another torch. Now this torch is going to, by default, be off. But when something stands on that pressure plate, the torch turns on. And that's what's going to activate the piston. As you can see, I've got just enough redstone left to do this. This is why I have to stop. I am completely out of redstone. And if you remember, the whole reason for doing this was that I would be able to make powerful picks a lot more easier, so I can do resource mining a lot more easier. A lot more easier. What a great phrase. That's good English. So then again, a block goes on top of these redstone torches. And that's what's going to carry the signal to the pistons. Now there are other designs which don't use sticky pistons, but I don't find slime balls that difficult to get once you've got yourself a slime spawning chunk. Oops, I mean, and nowadays you can just find a swamp. Oh dear, that's wrong. Let's make sure I don't drop that, because if I do, I'm in trouble. There we go. So I'm just going to put these on top. And as you can hear, they're already activating. So, see? One of the things I like about this design, as compared to some others I've seen which push at the second height, is it's still safe for me to walk around, because I'm only too tall. Important safety feature. Right, so that's that. So this is ready. To keep it temporarily deactivated, I put a torch in each of these places here. That just lights it up enough that nothing can spawn. So now we need to... we would go up 5 for the next layer, so that's what I'm going to do here, because when I get more resources I do plan to come back. So we will build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do that at each corner. This is where I start to worry I don't quite have enough wood left. I knew I had the redstone and the pistons, but I don't think I've got quite enough wood, because I suppose I could cap it in... I need to cap it in half slabs, otherwise Enderman will just spawn on top. Okay, then you make yourself the square, and this is where the pressure plates for the next layer would be, if I had the resources to make the next layer. I don't even have the resources to finish this. Okay. Okay, let me put torches down so nothing will spawn. And I'm going to have to put a torch there as well. I should have ladders to spare. Right, where's the ladders? Here. So I can drop down. That way I can get back. And then I'll ender pearl down to the bottom. Ta-da! Ender pearls are good. No, that's definitely the default sound. Maybe they just changed the sound of axing a ladder. Any wood. Wood. I know there's some trees there, but I just thought it would save time if I could just find some, but there isn't any. Better safe than sorry. I was going to make myself some spruce slabs, but I think I will cap it in the brick. That way it will be clear to me which bits I need to chop when I want to extend it even higher. So let's get back up there. Right, so that's the circle complete. Now, Normally stuff gets built out over here, but in this case we don't have that. So we're 2 up from there. So I think if I half slab this, and then, oops, did not mean to fall down there. Right, let's get back on that ladder. Come on, hold down that shift key. And I just build half slabs out like that. That will prevent any Enderman from spawning here. So, assuming I'm right that Enderman cannot spawn on those places down there, this is done. So to activate it, obviously I have to go down and remove those torches, but I don't want to do that quite yet. Reason being is there's something else I want to do down here before that happens. Now, I was thinking that I would have my enchanting table back here, but then I realized that running back and forth is going to be really, really annoying. So what I need here is to expand this out so I can have storage. I want to be able to have chests full of books, picks, and so on, and the enchanting area. So I think the enchanting area is going to be back here, so that way when I come in, it'll be sort of immediately opposite. So I can sort of be standing here, killing Enderman, enchanting, killing Enderman, enchanting, and then I can have blank resources on one side and stuff that is enchanted on the other, or something like that. So that's what I want to do. I need to expand this by quite a bit. So this platform just was not big enough. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably cut until I've actually expanded this out and got this stuff down, because whoa, what and where did you spawn? Okay, something up there is allowing Enderman to spawn, and that's a bit of an issue. Because if they're going to keep falling on me while I'm working down there, it's going to be dangerous. So let me take a quick look. I suppose they might have spawned on those outer spaces where I thought they wouldn't be able to. Is there a layer where I forgot to put the torches in? What I'm doing is I'm hoping I'll be able to hear them or see them. No, there's torches everywhere. And they definitely shouldn't be able to spawn up here because this is half slabs. Okay, yes, okay, I'm going to put the wooden half slabs... Oh no, wrong ones. I wanted that. Let's make a load of these. And I'm going to put the wooden half slabs over those things. Now, I don't need to do the ones here because of that above. But it would be more consistent if I did. So the idea is that there will be half slabs on top of those. This is going to require ender pearling, I think, as the only safe way to do it. Ooh, what was that torch? Probably just one from up there that I knocked down. So I'm going to be doing this on every level. And hopefully I won't miss ender pearl and end up in the ground. I mean, not in the ground. End up in the void, the opposite of ground. So I'm going to do this, then I'm going to go down and expand the platform down there, and then I'll see you to probably just show you what I've done and finish up the episode. So it's coming along nicely. Rather than making it a giant square, I figured I'd sort of go with like a plus shape thing. So I extended it by 4 in each of these directions. I can have 2 rows of double chests there, and I'm thinking that I can put trap chests in between if I need even more storage. So that should be fine. Glass up top. That's because I'm going to be covering this with water, and the advantage of glass over other materials if you're going to have water above is water doesn't drip through glass. You see the way it's dripping there? That's because there's water above this one here. But it doesn't drip through glass, and so I don't want water dripping everywhere here. So, this is going to be bookshelves. I've got them here. I'm still getting the occasional one come down. I don't know where they're spawning, but just the occasional one. It's not a problem. So I've run out of glass, so I need to go and get more sand and cook it up and so on, so I can cover this bit here. So I thought I would show you what the train system is that I've set up. It's nothing complex, but it does the job. It stops me having to run around everywhere. So obviously we get the train back. In general, this is relatively secure because it's lit up, so the Endermen don't spawn in here. So then I can take this train to the exit point. Ooh, train sounds vanished for some reason there. Not sure why. Now, I had to extend a hole in that wall there because every time I would get out, I would end up on the other side of that wall for some reason. So I've got a button there which will send it back, but I've also got a simple tripwire set up here. So when I drop down into here, that cart will head back and it will be waiting for me when I return. Okay, so here we are back at my base. And I can see whether or not I've got more glass or cook up more if necessary. Yeah, there wasn't likely to be much in there. Any sand? Yes, I've got sand. Looks a bit strange with this mixture of textures. Any actual glass in... Ah, I've actually got glass there ready, so I can just drop this into things to burn. And grab the extra glass. And head back. Getting a bit of a frame rate drop. I suppose it's because it's loading this world, which it hasn't before. So, there's a similar mechanism here, but I'm finding that this cart has to travel quite a distance in order to get back here. So when because obviously it doesn't travel while I'm not in the nether. And I'm finding it's taking too long. So basically, I have to sit here and wait for this cart to show up, and sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm thinking here is either I'm going to have a double track, or I'll keep it as a single track, but I'll make it so when you press that button there, the one at the other side heads back, sort of, or now it would already be heading back, and when you got to the halfway point, you'd sort of dodge around each other and so on. So yeah, so I set up a track here in the nether as well to go that way, and again the frame rates are just dropping. I'm assuming that's because things aren't fully optimized. I've got more than one resource pack in, and maybe they're interfering with each other and so on. Oh, this one doesn't have an automatic thing. I need to set up pressure plates here or here, so when I go over them it will automatically send that back. For now I need to remember to do that, and as I said, because this is so close, by the time I leave that hasn't made it back to the front yet. So then here we are obviously in the Citadel, And I just put up a little bit of steps there because I got tired of having to jump up. So that pops me in here, and I'm ready to go. This thing hasn't arrived back here yet, but in general, I'm not wanting to head straight back again. So by the time I'm back here, that will be there. So this has got the glass I need. So all I need to do is add the water to the top, and then I think I can actually activate this. And we can see what it is we've got. Right, so now I've got to work out how to safely cover this with water without killing myself. Sometimes easier said than done. So, that's water that was there already. I should be able to take water from there and have it regenerate. So I'm going to start by putting water around the edges, I think. So if I put a water source there and one there... No, it's not going to flow together, is it? Does that mean I can't remove that one? I need an infinite water source somewhere. I think that one there counts as one. Let me temporarily get rid of that so I can get in here properly. Yeah, that's an infinite water source, so that will let me do this. Okay, so now I've got a ring of water all the way around the outside. I'm thinking what I can do is set myself up on the inside here. I need dirt, so I can move around properly. Put these iron bars back. Oh, now you see this one has already spontaneously turned itself into a solid source of water. But it's possible that that will happen the moment I do that. That's nice. We'll just take out that one bit in the corner. Boom. Solid water. Is that solid water? Yeah, that's solid water because those things aren't going anywhere. That's the ladder. That ladder is probably not going to stay there permanently. So let's get rid of this. So there we go. No water dripping. And Endermen cannot teleport anywhere up there anymore. So once they're down here, they're stuck. I can put my bookcases around here. Not sure. I need 16 bookcases, I know that. So we put those in. Put those in, and then we can have one there and there. That makes a reasonable look, and I can put crafting table there and an ender chest there. So that will be my enchanting station. This is where I've got stuff. So what we need to do now is activate this and see how many we get. So I'm going to need a supply of ender pearls in order to get around. Actually, I don't, do I? I can do it, or I have done it without. So I think just make sure I've got plenty of food, because I'm going to be taking a bit of fall damage here. Let us head up here and activate this, and we'll activate it from the top down. So I've been getting the occasional one, even with all these torches in place. So I'm hoping that even with the layers I've got here, we're going to get quite a few. Just so we can do the maths on this, we're going to count the layers as we go up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 layers. Each layer has 12 spawning spaces, so whatever, it's a number. You guys can do the maths, I can't be bothered. So, I should be able to fall down onto each of these layers one at a time. Like so. Grab my torches. The reason I went with stone pressure plates is if one of these torches lands on it, it won't keep it activated. So I've just got to go down doing this and try not to miss a layer. Like that. Oh, okay. This is what the ender pearls are for. Right. So this is on the outside of a layer. Did I leave torches on the next layer up? Oh, and I've taken so much damage there. If I'd have ender pearled again, I'd be dead. I've done that before. It's because I'm not wearing featherfall boots at all, because I don't want to be wearing any of my decent armor in case I fall into the void. So let's just wait here for a bit while my health regenerates. So it does more fall damage, but I think we're going to have to use ender pearls to go down each layer. Just got to keep an eye on my health. There you go, you can... Endermen are already starting to fall from the upper layers. Last layer now. So just take out these last torches. Should now be dark all the way up and down. So let me ender pearl down to here. And hopefully we'll get a reasonable rate on this. If not, I can just do a bit of mining and extend it even further into the sky. Oh, that droning is so loud and annoyingly noisy. Okay, now I may have messed it up a bit because while I was up there, there was some teleporting going on. I don't want to look at them, because that's what's going to make the noise all the time. In fact, to make this a fair test, I'm going to leave the area and come back on the railway system. So, by doing this, I went far enough away that any Enderman here would have instantly despawned. So, this will be a good indication of what the actual rates are going to be. And I'm already seeing quite a few out there. Let's hit F3 so we can keep a count on them. Number of entities currently 9. Okay, it's not quite as fast as I would like it, because obviously I would like to be able to get to the point where it's an almost constant supply. I'm not sure how many Endermen I need to actually get to 30 experience points level. But this is going relatively quick. They're certainly dropping down nice and fast. So I've only just arrived and we're already up to 30 Endermen. So my idea is that I won't be... for now I can just punch them. But... sorry, lots of noise going on there. For now I can just be punching them, but my plan is to have a supply of instant harm potions. And I can use that to get them. So there we go, I've gone from 7 to 18 already in that short space of time. Definitely want to think about turning down the mob sounds, though. So, this place is well on its way. Well, I'll see you next episode, where I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing yet. I've got a few ideas. I might start adding some farms around here. The idea is this place is meant to be a completely self-sustaining experience farm, and that includes the potions to do the killing and the books that I need in order to enchant. So I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Bane of arthropods? Really?